AJ Styles is about to, or he does take his gloves off. He's about to leave them in the middle of the ring to symbolize the end of his career. He bends down. He's starting to put the gloves down. They're maybe 6 inches off the ground, and he stops. And you see him thinking about it, stands up, puts his gloves back on, waves to the crowd, walks away. And a lot of people took that to mean that the career may not be over. All the things we've been hearing the last couple of weeks, or with the wishful thinking from folks, that maybe he's going someplace else. Maybe he's got a few more people currently not under contract that he'd like to wrestle before he goes home for the last time. Maybe he's going to AEW and all that other stuff. Well, if you haven't seen it yet, AJ was on Stephanie McMahon's podcast this week. Right. She asked him about it. And his thing was, it's wrestling. Nobody's ever gone forever. Thank you. You may see me again, but it's not that I have all these other places I want to go to. Obviously, if he did, he wouldn't tell you. But he basically said, I'm reserving the right to come out at least one more time in case one of my sons, he has 4 kids, in case one of my kids becomes a wrestler. You think I'm not going to go out there and tag with them if I'm still physically able? Of course I am.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know what? Now, part of that, part of that, the Observer helped me with, because they published a letter from his wife.
Oh, she read part of that letter too. Stephanie read part of that letter too.
I read the whole letter. Yeah. And all week I've been coming. This has been coming to my head, and then this morning, before we ever talked to one another, I said, "This is bull. This is BS. He's coming back. He is coming back." And the only reason if I were a gambling man, I'd put a few bucks on it, but I'm not a gambling man. They're trying too hard to make you believe he's gone. All these written, swan songs by all the different guys who worked with him. And a week ago, when I saw those starting to come out, I thought, damn, I've never been in the ring with him, but he first got his first notice from at WWE working in my gym for Christ. He spent a week with us getting a tryout with WWE, back then. But then also this morning, I saw on Facebook a picture of him and Xavier Wood hugging, after, and all these written testimonials, his wife, a letter from his wife, and that kind of, I thought, okay, he may not be coming back. Is the Midnight Rider, brother, but he sure as hell coming back. Well, and that's something that I thought about too earlier, off and on this week. When was the last time I saw actually that type of, where somebody lost a loser, leave town, and they came back as, somebody,
Well, I see where you're coming from, though, because, in theory, again, and we talked about Roman Reigns blurring those lines and, letting you in on the fact that it's a work with the promo that he cut on Raw. But the idea of a potential loser leaves town match should theoretically mean that the company is not ready with all these tributes when AJ loses, because he may win. Right. So why would all these people be lined up ready to tell you what AJ meant to them when he might just be sitting in catering on Monday afternoon with a match on Monday night? That's something you do a week or two after the fact if you're the company and he's gone. So the idea that they were ready for all of that goodbye and give him his flowers out the door is something else that you were thinking about and thought they were just a little too prepared to say goodbye to him, that they want you to think it's over and give him a send-off so that he's gone for X amount of time and then he mysteriously pops up again and you're not waiting for it.
Now comes whether it works or it doesn't. You've got to leave him out of sight, out of mind for a period of time. How long will that period of time be? I have no idea exactly, right? But you want the people to kind of be, fixating on some new baby face that they're starting to like since AJ's been beaten and humiliated and thrown to the wolves, sort of thing. And that's when the Masked Man shows up. The only thing about the mask gimmick, they've been playing with that hooded people here. That they've overdone that, I think, past the point of good taste, really. But so I don't know if he's coming, but he'll be back. Yeah.
Just while you're talking, I got one for you, and maybe WrestleMania is too soon, but how about Gunther in a championship match or another match where somebody loses and might retire, where he has the advantage? Referee goes down, one more man in black, at least in this particular instance.
Yeah.
Hits the ring, nails the phenomenal forearm on Gunther, and walks out. Thus allowing whoever is, if it's a championship match, the champ retains thanks to AJ's interference. Or if it's one of those career-ending matches, guy's career is saved thanks to AJ, and Gunther can't get revenge. AJ's retired.
Yeah. There's several ways, but like I say, if they come back with him under a hood, that wouldn't surprise me. And we did that gimmick, Whitey Caldwell, and I did that gimmick here back 100 years ago or so in Knoxville with the Wright brothers. Came back as the Avengers, white mask, white long tights, white long, the whole deal. So yeah, it's but yeah, he's coming back. I can't promise you when, and if they do it right, it won't be in the next couple of weeks. We'll see. But if they're trying to build something, and you know what, maybe they are trying to build something to take him and Gunther to Mania in a return.
I wouldn't be against it. I mean, I don't think anybody was really ready for AJ to go home either. I mean, if you listen to everybody in these last few months since he said that this would be his last year in wrestling, everybody keeps coming to him like, I've watched you. You're like, why are you leaving? You're still great.
You know why? And this has got nothing to do with what we're talking about. But in playing around on my Facebook page, I was flipping through all the gobs and gobs of photographs, and there's a little clip of video on there. I don't even know where the hell it came from, of AJ Styles at OVW back in 2000. Right.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. I mentioned something to one of the other kids, and one of the other guys that was there, and I couldn't remember who that was. It wasn't somebody that jumped off the page at me, but it was AJ, a lot younger and a lot smaller, a lot thinner at the time. And I thought, wow. But yeah, he's coming back. Go to the bank with that, please, because he is coming back.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Les Thatcher is calling it. AJ Styles is not quite done, at least not yet, according to our resident legend and Hall of Fame.